Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Another episode of my Tulane Green Wave Dynasty here on College Football 25. We are in year 5, getting ready to play in the Big 12 championship game. Our first year in the Big 12. Made it through the regular season undefeated, largely. We were, I would say, extremely successful in going about the schedule, largely beating up on a lot of teams and winning the close ones when we had them. The games that we struggled early, playing well in the second half of games, such as this game against TCU. Definitely a tougher game there going through the first half, pulled away in the second half. A lot of success. We are in the Big 12 championship game, though, and we are going to be taking on Oklahoma State. Just before we take a look at how they've gotten here, just wanted to point out Trey Bueno, Robert Lucien are both up for the Heisman. Ryan Puglisi has been absolutely insane for Georgia this year. Wade Silva's been great as well for USC. So I highly doubt that Bueno can overcome this. If he didn't win the Heisman last year with that record-breaking campaign that he had, there's no way he wins it. Lucien, it would take like a 10-sack performance or something insane. But good to continue to see, these guys that we recruited over the years really grow up and blossom. Bueno's been great. Lucien's first year as a starter here as a true sophomore has been phenomenal. Unfortunately, we won't really see how the rest of his career plays out, as this is going to be the last year. But hopefully we do at least give these guys a national championship as we finish things up. Looking forward to college football 26. We're taking on Oklahoma State, number 10 team in the country, 9-3, 6-2 in the conference on the season. Let's see how they got here. Started off with a couple of wins there over the Royals. Tight game on the road at Tulsa. Got blasted by Alabama. Beat Arizona State and UCF. Lost by 2 at home to Cincinnati. Reeled off a couple of wins. Lost to West Virginia, but finished strong with victories over Utah and Kansas. Their overall is pretty solid, 85 across the board. Let's take a look though and see what the roster looks like. I know we did in the regular season preview, but it's been a minute since we've gotten there. Oklahoma State got a great tailback. So Jabu Eloite, redshirt junior Eloite, I would guess is how you would say that. Former 3-star prospect, impact development pretty well. A fully fledged quarterback here. First year starter, 35 touchdowns versus 10 interceptions. Pretty much exactly what Celeste Chin has done. Not the greatest athlete in the world. Is agile, has some burst to him though. Not an overly strong arm. Pretty accurate all across. Really accurate on the run and under pressure. And does a nice job of breaking up sacks. So he looks like a solid quarterback. Shane Schaubel, Brendan Bickerstaff, and Andres Genis. They have 3 sensational running backs here. That is crazy to see. 2 elusive backs, receiving backs. The elusive backs with the spin move and stuff can get a little crazy. Bickerstaff looks pretty solid there as well. Quan Canty, a 90 overall after the boost. Wide receiver is always really strong. 6'3" with that speed can certainly be a problem. Trey Griffiths. Got Michael Napolitano, yeah. Okay, well, great at this with his top 2, and then kind of levels off after that. Tight ends are just so-so. Offensive line, pretty good on the interior, pretty good all the way across, but they are going to be without Morgan Ham in this game. Forearm fracture. But the interior is very good, and they do have a solid right tackle. The defensive line, pretty solid, not great. Linebackers, solid, but they're not great athletes. Cornerback, not enough speed, really and truly here. They're going to have to play a lot of cover 3, really back off, for Trey Bueno and Tavares Peppers could really feast here. Jenkins definitely has some speed. He'll be lined up mainly on Muhammad. Safeties are pretty good. This looks like a team that is lacking speed defensively, though. I think this points towards being a good matchup for us. Let's pick their uniforms first here. Their current aways are pretty solid. Yeah, let's go with that for them. What do we want to rock with, though? Certainly not the all green. Do we go with the classic? Let's see. Do we go all teal? We're going to go all teal. Pick our playbook, and then we'll get out of here. Yeah, super excited. I'm actually recording this on the day that it's coming out, where they released the new cover for College Football 2016. The coach and everything on there is pretty cool. I'm sure that at this point in time, if you're watching this, you're a fan of the series, you've taken a look at that and you've probably seen some things. Definitely looking forward. Already got a team picked out. Hoping to do big things, but we do have the Tulane Green Wave here. Big 12 championship taking on the Oklahoma State Cowboys. You know, this is really, you get to year 5, and this is the team that you build. You know, there still could be true freshmen from year 1 that are still stragglers, still on here, still making plays, making an impact. But for the most part, you're finally at the first team that's pretty much yours. It's really officially year 6. But yeah, year 5 definitely is the season where this is the team that you largely build. You may have, again, a couple of players that make an impact, but it's good to see how well we've developed this program. I do really have no doubt that if we were continuing the series, we would be seeing a lot of success over the next couple of years here in the Big 12 as we jump ship to this conference. Already, as you can tell by this year, have already kind of proven to be, I would say at least ahead, if not head and shoulders against the rest of the conference. But does that mean that the Tulane Green Wave are going to be conference champions? Going to get things started with a handoff to Browning. A gain of 4 for him. Browning, one of the leading rushers in all of college football this year. Might win his 2nd straight running back of the year award. Go empty. Underneath, there's Muhammad. Not getting the first down. It's a 3rd and 1. Celestia Chan completing over 75% of his passes this year. At a 4 interception week 1, has thrown 6 in the other 11 games he has played this year. Things have largely been very, very good for the junior 3rd-year starter. Already has every record that Tulane passers can have. Browning with a big run. He explodes. It's across midfield and across the Oklahoma State 40. Big time run there. A lot of great blocking up ahead of him. Team is becoming a problem. It's crazy to think of where we were the last couple of years. This team really could not run the football at all. Things have changed this year. The offensive line has kind of fully developed, come along. Celestia Chin, Miles Campanaro there. Go 3 wide. Campanaro in the slot now. Chin takes the snap. Going to dump this to Browning. Browning looking explosive today. Now we see Richard come out there. Kind of the same setup, so Campanero's back in line. It'll be a handoff. It's the first down. It's about 1.5 yards, only needed 1 though. Tulane off to a great start. It's another run to Browning. Gets skinny, it's a gain of 5. So good. It's a team that has really developed. Crazy to think in year 3, went 6 and 7. Since then, we have not lost a regular season game. And that touchdown is going to get brought back thanks to holding on Brendan Heinrich. Coming from behind that play, it's going to set up a 2nd and 11 now. Chin takes the snap. Had Bueno breaking open there over the middle. Instead gets hit. It's going to set up a 3rd and 11. Go 3 wide. Oklahoma State, thanks to that holding penalty, might get away here. Chin, they're going to try to set up a screen to Browning. Gets 1 block. Tries to shake and bake to the outside. Is going to make it a 4th and inches. And I Do think you get aggressive here and they send the offense out. They have not stopped Browning yet today. Chin, no middle linebackers on the field. Browning gets into the end zone. Tulane gets off to the fast start. Get the nice play there on the 3rd and 11. Give Browning a chance to touch the ball again. He takes it in and scores. 7-0. Pelkey's extra point goes through. Great opening drive there from Celeste Chin, Eric Browning in this offense. Just cool, calm, and collected. Oklahoma State is going to have to lean on these running backs, try to shorten up the game. You're going to definitely have to be able to run the football in this one. Let's see how they decide to go about things here. 3 wide receivers, tight end in, quick RPO. Briscoe misses the tackle. Poor tackling on the outside. Oklahoma State would love to see a lot more of that. Briscoe, typically an excellent tackler there in space, misses the first, and that play was kind of off to the races. Underneath, tight end tackled down quick, but it's a gain of 5. Alate. Send his wide receiver in motion. It's going to be a handoff behind him. Shook out Jeremiah Jolly. Emerson comes in and makes a nice tackle, though. It's a 3rd and 1. Third and 1. It's going to be a handoff. Ishmael and Emerson on the tackle, but it's another first down for the Cowboys. Both these offenses looking good here early. See if Oklahoma State can keep that rhythm going. They got 2 tight ends now. Bunch set. Play action. Dump this off. Nice open field tackle from Jordan, but still falls forward and gets a gain of 4 there. A lot of RPO stuff here thus far. Trying to scramble around. Alate ends up throwing that one away. Now it's a 3rd and 6. That one thrown right to Cantu, who drops into coverage. Should have been intercepted, but of course, he's a defensive tackle, not a wide receiver. Tulane's defense does stand firm after giving up a couple of first downs. That punt's going to go out of bounds. Doucette has no chance to catch it. Now we'll see this offense back at work here. 1st and 10. 3 wide receivers. Chin takes it. Going to dump this off to Browning. One good block, and he is out again. Another first down. Browning having a field day thus far against Oklahoma State. Celeste Chin in this offense just look to be in rhythm. It's a handoff to Browning. That one just a gain of 2, so they actually got to stop there. Chin flipping the script here a bit. Chin takes it. We'll try to float this one for Peppers down the field. That one knocked away. Chin looked like he kind of thought about taking off. All of a sudden, the stop on the first down run kind of puts them behind the chains. Chin takes the snap. We're trying to throw that one over the middle. Trey Bueno, Celeste Chin. Just an absolute bullet from Chin. Look at just this blocking up front. Gives Bueno on that deep end cut time to work across. Great blocking. Just sent 3 rushers, but just a little bit of a void there. Had everything else pretty well covered. Could have maybe gotten that throw off to Campanaro as well, but would have had to layer that one. Instead, Chin just goes for the nice throw in the middle of that zone. Chin takes it. It's a handoff to Browning. It's a nice gain of 5. Controller batteries getting ready to die. Let me change those out right quick. Hold on 1 second. All right, we are back. Sorry about that. It's going to be a 2nd and 5 now. Jen takes it. It's another handoff. This one to Finnerty. Had to run through a couple of tackles there. I'm going to set up a 3rd and inches. At the beginning of the first quarter, Tulane driving, but have to convert a 3rd down here. Playing well to this point. Defense, after some struggles there, first couple of plays for Oklahoma State on offense, were able to force a punt. 3rd and inches. And they get a stop here. Peppers comes in motion. Oklahoma State trying to grapple. There is a wide open Bueno. Is going to get a block from Browning. Spin move. Bueno inside the 20, inside the 5. Almost scored. Oklahoma State with the motion. It's a play that Tulane runs a lot. They were still not prepared for it. I mean, Bueno is wide open over here. Gets the nice block from Browning. Big time spin move. I thought with his burst he might be able to score on that. Unfortunately does not. 1st and goal from the 3. And the 3 was what made me say almost 3rd. Hand off to Browning, gets into the end zone again. Tulane. To a great start here. Browning almost 100 total yards already. Elmke's kick is up. It's good. It's 14-0. Oklahoma State. Cowboys got to figure something out and need to figure it out quick. What happened? Oklahoma State. It's early. It's a little crazy to say. They are desperate for a score. They need to go get a points right here. Really need a touchdown. It's a draw play. Largely good blocking, but Cantu ends up shutting it down at the last second right before Schaubel can get out. I'm going to dump this off underneath, all over him though. Set up a 3rd and 8. Tulane does a really nice job on that play. That's going to be a sack. Ishmael coming off the side. He is now in the double digits. Angelo Ishmael, redshirt freshman from Georgia, has really made his impact this year, as Tulane is not only putting up arguably their best offense of all time, but their best defense as well. Doucette takes the fair catch. Tulane in a great spot now to build on this lead, try to go ahead and put this game away early. Jen takes the snap. We're going to try to float this to Bueno, who is open over the top. The throw just barely gets out. Bueno takes it in. A one-play score. And the best player in college football strikes again. Tulane putting one on Oklahoma State here. Celeste Chen delivers a great pass. Just not enough speed in the secondary. The safety could not get over in time for any other result than 6 points for the Green Wave. Extra point is up. It is good. It's a 21-0 lead. What an early performance here for the Green Wave. I think this is a Cowboys team, a little starstruck, but Tulane has done this in multiple opponents over the course of this year. Struggled a little bit to get off to good starts in the back half of the year. That has not been the case today. Underneath, gain of 6. Leslie Chin, 8 of 10, a touchdown pass, 170 yards. 2 tight ends, play action. Trying to scramble around, he's going to get sacked again. Ishmael and company. The other one was Lucian, all over him there. Gonna set up a 3rd and 4. They go bunch set again. Play action over the middle. There we go. Oklahoma State able to get a first down. Lotte does move the chains. 1st and 10. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Going to be a handoff. Lucian and Ishmael coming off, smothering him from the side. 2nd and 7. Running back goes in motion. Tries to throw it up the seam, and Lotte misses his throw. Now it's a 3rd and 7. Lotte just doesn't give you like his speed, the like getting out of the pocket, maneuverability. They end up running a draw play there. Gonna set up a punt, but it kind of hinders what you typically can do against this defense that a lot of time maybe goes into rushing 3 if you have a fast enough quarterback. Putting somebody in the spot, take somebody out of coverage to do so. Oklahoma State, this offense just doesn't seem like it's going to be explosive enough, and then you do things like miss that throw up the seam. Cannot do that and beat this Tulane team. The offense is too good, too consistently. It's another handoff to Browning. If he wouldn't have hit his guard there, or center, he might have been off to the races. 3 wide receivers again. Chin. It's another handoff. Good run. Gets slung down. Still gets a gain of 5 off of it. Peppers comes in motion. It's a 3rd and 1. It's going to be a jet pass to him. Tried to kind of spin move his way to the outside, but gets brought down. Not a big play there. First touch of the day for him. Does at least go for a first down, if nothing else. Chin takes the snap. We'll try to throw a bullet over to Peppers. Great throw. Peppers goes down and gets it. Another first down. 10 to 12. A $188 through the air for Chin. It's another handoff. This time Oklahoma State does a nice job wrapping it up. So it's 2nd and 9 now. They go empty. Chin takes the snap. Gonna float this out, and Campanaro wide open. Tries to run over the safety, but a great open field tackle. Just nobody on the outside. Campanaro was wide open on that play. You're really lucky for Oklahoma State that didn't turn into a touchdown. Both the corners just run underneath. There's just nobody there with Campanaro. I mean, wide open. Sophomore tight end finds a spot and takes it inside the 10. Chin. It's a handoff to Browning. Gain of 3. Underneath, Chin takes the snap. Gonna try to scramble, just gonna dump this. Shane Campanaro scores. And Tulane is burying Oklahoma State in this one. 28-0. Here's your lead. There's still time for Oklahoma State to have to punt it back to Tulane, and with Tulane with timeouts to use, and be able to get more points on the board. Shocking with how Oklahoma State's first 4 plays went on offense. Really thought they might have some success, but that has not been the case. Alote just throws this one away. They're in bad shape. 28-0. I was not expecting this at all. 2 tight ends. They throw it here again. Goes underneath. Tackles down. Tulane's going to take a timeout. They want their offense to get another chance. The throw over the middle takes the shot. It's incomplete. And just like we said, Oklahoma State punt is going to have to punt it away again. Can Tulane add on here? It has been a flawless first half. You said takes a big shot there.
Okay, ready?
Chin takes it underneath. Campanaro, the tight end, almost takes that for a first down. Creeping up on Bueno. Chin takes the snap. Going to float this one. Campanaro again is going to score. 57 yards. Tulane, the big plays. Shane Campanaro, Eric Browning, Trey Bueno, all getting the work from Celeste Chin and making the most of it. They have not had success stopping Campanaro, having a career day here already. Wide open. There's just not enough speed in the secondary for Oklahoma State. Celeste Chin, nearly 300 yards passing in the first half, and with 2 timeouts still for Tulane to work with, they still have the opportunity. To get another point and perhaps another score from Oklahoma State. This is insane. They're going to get a big return. Briscoe with an open field tackle, saving a score there. Bickerstaff was out. They go empty. Quick pass over the middle, dropped. At least he's thrown 60 touchdowns this year. Is that what I just said? Yeah, he's winning the Heisman. Underneath, but the throw is off. I think that thing said that. I know Puglisi's put up a great season. I want to say that said he had 60 touchdown passes. Holy cow. 3rd and 10. Throws it away, and Oklahoma State runs about 14 seconds off the clock. Tulane will get the ball again with 2 timeouts still to work with. And they make it 42 first half points. Chin takes the snap. Try to scramble around, throws it away at the last second. Pretty much the first play all day that did not work out. They are coming up on Bueno again. Chin takes the snap. Bueno's got his man beat. Chin layers it in there. 41-0. What a first half for Tulane. A first half burial. A 9-3 Oklahoma State team. They just don't have the athletes to stick with Tulane's offense. Defensively, Tulane has been sensational. Struggled the first 4 plays. Since then, they've tackled extremely well in space. Coverage, haven't even caused any turnovers. Just straight not working for Oklahoma State. Open field tackle, Burnett and Briscoe there. It's a good way to cause a turnover. By having your quarterback slide down. underneath. Maxwell Jordan, excellent tackle. Oklahoma State uses another timeout. Yeah, Freeland's got 21 touchdowns. Puglisi might have 60. I might have seen that correctly. Double stack look. A famous part of this offense early in the series. Not as much now. 14 seconds left. It's a 3rd and 5. Lotte, you want to take off and get a chance to take a timeout. Throws it away. 9 of 59. Excuse me, 9 of 19, 459. Little Hail Mary action. Kind of got one-on-one look. 2-on-2, and it goes! And it's complete! No way Oklahoma State gets on the board like that. Wow. What a way to end the half for Oklahoma State. I mean, obviously, the rest of it was really, really bad. But, man, what a play here. Lotte just throws it up. Ended up having 2-on-2. Ball gets knocked away by Bickley. Gets knocked up, but still falls. It is a touchdown for Oklahoma State on the Hail Mary. They don't get shut out in the first half. It's still a 42-7 lead at halftime because Tulane played just that good. But at least a little something for Oklahoma State to hang their hat on there at the end of the first half. Shane Campanero, 5 catches, a buck 17, 2 touchdowns. That is already the best game of his career here for the sophomore. Kind of taking us a while to find ways to completely utilize him, but he has been great so far today. Oregon has won 2 national titles in this series. Currently the #1 team in the country over this #2 Tulane Green Wave team. Great open field tackle there for Nicholas. How much longer do you play your starters in this situation? It'll be a handoff. Run a 6. Speaking candidly, if injuries were more of a thing on here, and I know I could change the slider up, but you know, that would be something, a reason to kind of take these guys out. Yeah, players get hurt every now and then, but we've been very fortunate, or I have the slider too far down. I'm still using, I want to say Matt 10 sliders from Operation Sports, whatever he set it on months ago. It's kind of what we've been rolling with here. Play action, throws that over to the side, almost picked off by Amerson. Should have been picked off by Amerson. 2nd and 10. 3 wide receiver looks, going to be a draw. Schwabel that time had a good runway. Good first down for Oklahoma State. Action. Got to roll out to his left. Instead, he cuts it right back to his right. Takes the hit. He does not slide down. Lotte's showing that he's a better athlete, I think I was giving him credit for. Definitely explosive. The top end speed is just not great. We did at least say that in the preview. He can kind of get out, though. Make some trouble. 2nd and 7. Run, nice tackle there from Free. Washington's going to set up a 3rd and 6. And Tulane get off the field. Nowhere for him to go. He throws it away. I would just go for it here. They are going to punt it away. I would certainly expect Tulane to go a little bit more dink and dunk, run the football. Let's try to get out of dodge here. And now, speaking candidly, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to try to get out of here, run some clock off. Still run our offense, but I ain't trying to do no hurry up or one play touchdowns and that kind of thing. If they give us a shot, I'll take it, but I'm going to try to kind of conservatively get through this game. What a first half, Celeste Chin. Over 370 yards already. Has not even attempted his 20th pass. First down for Browning. Have one of the best games of his career. Amen. Just averaging over 100 yards per game and a touchdown per game. He has definitely added on to the touchdown number today. Still got some work to do yardage-wise, but he is well on his way up to 99 yards now in this one. Going to dump this off. Campanaro catches it. He is off to the races again. There's a flag on the play. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be a man down the field. Okay. That's a little receiver. I tried to throw that just in time, but I guess the neighbors got out there a little faster than what I wanted them to. Okay. Have not really run that RPO out of that formation a ton. Done it some in practice. It's a carry to Browning. He's just running people over. Gained 6 yards there. Sorry if y'all hear my dog snoring. Campanaro comes in motion. Chin takes the snap. They set up the screen to Browning. Ends up running into his own guy there. Still, though, sets up a 3rd and 5. Chin takes the snap. Pampers is open, but could not get his feet down. I don't want to go for it. 49, we're in the middle of no man's land. Let's go for it. Get aggressive. More about just allowing us to run some clock off, because I'm sure they're going to go throw mode. Chin takes the snap. Campanaro brings it in, ducks down. Celeste Chin almost to 400 yards passing today. Still has only thrown 22 pass attempts. It's another handoff, Browning. Should not have hit the spin move there. Chin takes it quickly out to Campanaro, gets up the field. It's a gain of 7-ish there. So a 3rd and 2. Safety is coming down. Chin takes the snap. He's going to be able to roll out, just slide down, take the first down, and they're still working. Just how good is this team? Really wanted to join the Big 12 because I thought that we had outclassed the American Conference. Not knowing that we were going to immediately come into the Big 12 and be the clear most talented team in the conference. Like without any hesitation. I think we played like it. There were times last year in the American we struggled to get wins, but we would win the games. But we're struggling to really look like that purely dominant team. I think the thing that's really opened it up this year, switching up the playbook, the ability to run the football has been, I think, clearly the thing that has opened up this offense the most, has put this offense in more advantageous positions. And Browning goes over the century mark, finds the end zone for the 3rd time. But I would say it's 100% really opened up what we can do with this team. And I think the defense is pretty much by far better than it has been. At any other point here in the series as we head into the fourth quarter. Tulane up 49-7. This game is clearly over. Just a really dominant effort. Still got to get through the time slot. But, yeah, great game. But, yeah, I just think that we've hit our stride offensively has kind of been the biggest thing. Even last year, you know, undefeated in the regular season. But if you don't have the Trey Bueno bailout, how many of those games do we lose? I mean, Trey Bueno easily having the greatest season in the history of college football from a wide receiver. You know, how I think that really and truly, like, if we don't have Trey Bueno and his big-time 99 speed playing in the American Conference last year, I really think we lose probably 2 or 3 games. There were plenty of times the offense could do nothing around him, could not run the football. This year it has been so much more about balance, as they are using a lot of their backups and stuff, so we'll probably start doing the same here shortly. This year has just been really good. The defense is exceptional. Get after the quarterback. You got 2 guys, Lucian and Ishmael, that are insane coming off the edge. Cantu and Fuller are really starting to hit their stride and high-end potential for them. Good throw on the outside. And really, we've gotten really strong play from a very, very young quarterback group. Outside of Briscoe, who plays in the slot as a senior, the rest of these guys are true sophomores and below. So not a lot of time being spent. I mean, Caleb Amerson is a true freshman, has come in, has been a day 1 starter. The linebackers are free, and Kilgo certainly has experience. He's been a starter since the day he stepped on campus. Free's first year as a starter has been really good, but just a lot of growth with this team this year. The ability to run the football on offense and the ability, you know, for this secondary to not give up a bunch of big plays. They tackle well in space. Just been a really, really nice fit. Nice hit there from Amerson, but a good catch nonetheless. They swapped up their quarterback 3 quarters too late, maybe. Certainly 2 quarters too late. This offense is now running on all cylinders. Even they're running out a lot of this clock down. 2 tight ends here. Play action. Try to throw, and it's a great throw from Kumar there. Oklahoma State gets on the board for their 2nd touchdowns. I love their jerseys. Really dope. You know, in real life, they wouldn't be a bad team. They're coming off a really bad year. It would not be a bad team to use for College Football 26 if that's something you're interested in. I've already picked out my team, though. We're not going to question it too much. Kind of had one in mind since the season ended. It's another team with cool looking jerseys and stuff, so we'll rock with it. Oh, 49-14. Now just got to get out of here healthy. Let's not turn the football over. Carry to Browning. Gain of 3. Browning looks like now he's a little banged up. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Mass subs. We will confirm. Come back out. Should be. Did not do it. I pressed the wrong button. Same starter still out there, so I must have clicked the wrong button. Another handoff to Browning. Big time run. Another first down. Yes. Now, should be a different group, and it is. Urbig is out there. Got Richard beside him. Different group of receivers. Yeah, we're all good now. It's a carry to Richard. Run up the middle, a gain of 3. I think the biggest thing that sucks is just not getting a chance to play with Sergio Fields, who obviously we just got in this past recruiting class. Urbig, I think, would have been fun had we not gotten Fields. I just was not able to get quite as far into this series as I really wanted to, unfortunately. I think I have a plan for the Dynasty on College Football 26 to really get through some seasons. I think it's going to be a team that's much worse than what I dealt with coming into Tulane in the American Conference this year, for what it's worth. Be another carry hitter, Finnerty. Tulane really running the football well. So that'll be fun. But they were going to find a way to get more done in some of these episodes. I think one thing I want to do is, if I'm playing a very bad team, maybe trying to squeeze in another game. Maybe it's a longer episode. I think those of you that have been watching since I started the Georgia Dynasty, before I started this one, gotten, I don't even know what it would be now, 120, 130 episodes. I think only doing one Dynasty will help too, because of how much I'll kind of put out initially once the game comes out. Because I really will be wanting to play the game, so I'll get, there'll be weeks you'll have 3 episodes in it, so on and so forth. But I do think that, kind of lost my train of thought. I think just doing one Dynasty will certainly help. But yeah, maybe doing some longer episodes. Those of you that have been watching me, I don't do a lot of editing, really at all, unless I get a work phone call that ends up taking 10 minutes, and I'll cut that out. Otherwise, we just kind of let things roll. So maybe do just some longer episodes on occasion if I'm playing a FCS school and we beat them 52-14. Maybe we even do a little simming of some of those games to get through, and then get another game in. I don't know. Maybe I just play 2 games in an episode, and if we do end up blowing one of them out, I just cut out a large portion of the game. That level of editing with my laptop is something that I can do pretty decently without it really like blowing it up. So maybe there's just ways I want to get through more seasons. We're getting through 5 here. Would have loved to have gotten through 7 or 8. Man, they're like Hail Mary throws have been great in this game. That'll do it. 52-14. Tulane with a big victory here in this one. Pretty much a perfect day for the offense. A great day for the defense. You had the Hail Mary at the end of the first half. The other deep shot there as well. Celessi Chin just nearly perfect. I don't really know how much more you could have asked out of him. Who do we want to be the thumbnail player in the game? We have not had Celessi Chin this entire year, so we will do Celessi Chin. Even though it probably should be a Browning, it's probably who it should be. We'll do Celessi Chin to give him a little shine. But yeah, that's just kind of throwing out some ideas while we're in the middle of a blowout win there. Man, Celessi Chin. One of my favorite players I've ever had in any of these, NCAA games. I think just supreme talent. Definitely worked out for us. Guy that we got, I thought he was going to be the starter. That is exactly what he's been. 52-14. Let's take a look at the stats. 583 yards to 319, and that's with a Hail Mary and a one long drive there for Oklahoma State. They did not really do a whole lot else in this one. 3 of 9 on 3rd down. We were 5 of 8, but 2 for 2 on 4th down before kicking that field goal there at the end. No turnovers on either side. Both teams clean on that, and then we just had the 3 penalties on Tulane, none for Oklahoma State. Celessi Chin, a quarterback rating of 282, 20 for 24, 413 yards, 4 touchdowns, average 17.2 yards per attempt. Just mind-blowingly good there. Eric Brown in 21 for 121, 3 scores. Finnerty 6 for 37. Richard got a couple of carries. Celessi Chin had the 1 scramble for 5 yards. Campanero 7 for $138, 2 scores. Browning 5 for 38 out of the backfield. Bueno, 5 for 213 and 2. Peppers just 2 for 18. Muhammad 1 for 6. So a quiet day for those two. It was not a quiet day for Bueno or Campanero. And of course, if you add Browning with his rushing, those were definitely the focal points of this offense. Offensive line outstanding. Could not have asked for anything more, literally at all. Great, the best performance I think we've had the entire series from them. Defensively, no real standouts from just a pure tackle perspective. A lot of people got involved. We spent the vast majority of the game on the field. Oklahoma State, very, very inconsistent offensively. 3 tackles for loss for Ishmael, 2 for Lucien. They combined for 2 sacks between them, with Ishmael getting a sack and a half. pretty much par for the course. Oklahoma State side. Kumar looked good, 10 for 10, 100 yards, or 129 yards and a touchdown. Alote was not nearly as good, but didn't turn the football over, didn't really put the ball in harm's way. Just was not Oklahoma State's day at all. Come on now. Chauvel, I mean, they didn't run the ball well. And no real standouts. I mean, Bean 5 for 107 to score because he had one of the longer plays, 43 yards for him. Napolitano was the guy that caught the Hail Mary at the end of the first half. 2 good days from them defensively. Nobody in double digits in tackles. They had 0 tackles for loss, no sacks. Yeah, the offensive line was just sensational. Literally not a single play was allowed to the defense in the backfield. Just insane. Should get a ton of award winners. We win our Big 12 championship. I think we'll take a look. How long has this recording been? 51 minutes. Okay, we'll just kind of go through. Instead of doing, end of the regular season episode recap with the All-Americans and everything, we'll just kind of do all that right now. See if we don't have any more people that even commit for what it's worth. Let's take a look at some of the awards we win. Angelo Ishmael wins the Player of the Week in the Big 12. Trey Bueno, your Offensive Player of the Week in the Big 12. Then we'll take a look at the scores from conference championships. So you had Liberty over Jack State. Western Michigan upsetting Eastern Michigan. There was our game. App State over Arkansas State. Okay. Rice, number 3 in the country, beats number 9 Temple. So there is a good opportunity for us to take on some of our American Conference brethren here. Wow. Florida over Georgia. Georgia ends the season with 3 losses. Florida 49-38. Big time performance there for the Gators, winning the SEC. San Jose State over Colorado State. Oregon still at number 1 over Indiana. Then you had Georgia Tech over Clemson by 3. What a game. Clemson, the team we played this year, won the national championship last year. Came back down to earth a little bit. All right, let's take a look, see what kind of awards we won here. We get a big level up, probably the final level up we get, I would assume. Ryan Puglisi, 63 touchdown passes versus 2 interceptions, over 4,100 yards passing. How did they lose 3 games? Robert Lucien, your Defensive Player of the Year. We said it early in the season. I may have said it in the season preview. I thought he could be a National Defensive Player of the Year. Just with his attributes, his talent, the athleticism, coming off the edge, I knew he was going to be – I knew he had the chance to be great, and he certainly was. Ishmael is your Defensive End of the Year, okay? So we expected both of those. Trey Bueno, Best Receiver of the Year. We expected that. Eric Browning, Running Back of the Year. We expected that. I mean, what growth we have gotten out of him in this running game this year. Jacoby Briscoe wins Best Defensive Back, 4 interceptions, 42 tackles. Redshirt senior, waited his turn to become a full-time starter. I'll be honest, I don't know whether or not he's a real player or not, but shout out to Briscoe. Stuck around, became the full-year starter, one of the best tacklers we've had in space out of that slot. He's been sensational. Robert Lucian's your Linebacker of the Year award. Again, that makes sense. 16 sacks for him in the regular season. Ishmael wins the Lombardi Award. Again, something else expected. And that sends us through to the playoff bracket. Where do we want to start? Let's do our stats. Celestia Chin finishes the regular season, 35 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. And I will again do this, of course, at the end of the season. We see where these all end up. Over 4,000 yards passing. Great from him. So we'll do this kind of quickly. Browning's great. Finnerty was really, really solid. Strong bounce back year for him. Bueno, you saw the stats. Peppers really tailed off at the back half of the year. Like, I bet it's been a month since he's been over 100 yards receiving in a game. if I had to guess. I mean, he's done nothing this last 3 weeks here. Did find the end zone against West Virginia, but it has been super quiet for him. Large part, I think, is Campanaro really jumped up at the back half of the year. Feels like Trey Bueno also really exploded again back half of the year. Well, I mean, Campanaro didn't really do much against TCU, but he's been kind of consistent other than TCU, and then, of course, had his big explosion there against Oklahoma State. Brown has been good out of the backfield. Muhammad has been good as well. Offensive line has been good all year. Free, Kilgo, Jordan, Briscoe, Lucian just ahead of Jolly there. And Bickley, as far as tackles, if you want to see some of my stats in particular, you can pause it. Tackles for loss, got 30 from Lucian, 23 from Ishmael. Got 3 other guys here, including Fuller and Cantu and Kilgo, in the double digits. Sacks, 2 guys in the double digits. Ishmael with 11, Lucian 16.5. Several other guys got involved with that as well. Interception leaders, Briscoe and Bickley, each with 4. Amerson started off really well, kind of cooled off with the picks after that. Helmke, 12 of 16, perfect on the extra points. Caver did not have to punt the ball a ton, just from a quick national perspective. Puglisi, obviously, by far the best quarterback in the country. I mean, even a guy like Silva, I mean, 3,700 yards, 35 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. There is just no even comparison compared to what Puglisi just put up in his Heisman campaign. That's the best quarterback season of all time, and they somehow lost 3 games. Browning is your leading rusher. Let's see. Nobody else. Gaines, I guess, is over 1,000 yards. Yeah, again, kind of another quiet yards mark. He is also the touchdown leader and the carries leader, so he's easily leading the way there statistically. Again, if you kind of want to pause, a lot of these guys are not real players at this point. We do still have Cam Davis. I guess Gaines is a real player. Davis, I know, is a real player. Is he on? Like, I don't know if some of these other redshirt seniors are real guys or not. Receptions leaders had 1 guy with more than Bueno and Deion Clapp from Indiana. Simmons right behind him. There's only 3 guys there over the 80 mark. Pepper's even super high up here, despite not being a 1,000-yard guy. Okay. A lot of guys here with 1,000 yards. Bueno, again, easily leading the country in receiving yards. We'll at least pause on the guys with 1,000. Get through those. And then touchdowns. Freeland, Alex Freeland, redshirt sophomore, 70 catches, just over 1,100 yards, 23 touchdowns there for Georgia. Bueno right behind him. A lot of guys here that definitely had great seasons. Defensively is obviously a little weird. Let's do sacks, and we'll just kind of sort everybody. So I think there's a good chance Lucian is going to lead the way with 16.5, and he does. Oh, no. Emmanuel Caltavides out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. A 20-sack season and does not win any awards. Crazy work. Who do we have with more? Horn with 10 interceptions. That's crazy. Got to be the most there in the country, I would guess. Sorry, I know we're kind of going a little bit faster over this than we typically do. We'll do a roundabout video at the very end and go over everybody's stats, kind of a little bit more in depth. Just kind of wanted to show it off here at the end of the video. So Puglisi does end up winning the Heisman, of course. Bueno finishes second for the 2nd straight year when he should have won it last year, but I digress. Russaw from Wisconsin got in there as well. Wade Silva along with Lucian and Bueno. Your award winners. Of course, Puglisi wins that one. Head coach of the year. We got played out here by former rival of ours, Rice, Eric Portilla. We do not, I'm guessing, have Celeste Chan here. That's insane. I guess just too many interceptions, I guess, is what it is. Lucian and Ishmael, Defensive Player of the Year there. Briscoe, of course, a lot of guys there in that one as well. Browning, of course, Running Back of the Year. Bueno, we saw that. Expected that. Saw that. Cameron Haynes, nobody here for Best Interior Lineman. Campanaro finishes just outside of it. Austin Vaughn is a winning tight end of the year. Did not realize Campanaro would have been that close, but great player nonetheless. Both of our guys just outside of that. Neighbors up there for the centers. Nobody for the last three, but you guys at least all saw the winners. All Americans I know are going to be weird. They always are. So Browning, Bueno, Campanero all make the first team. DeMello makes it. Shout out to Swainsboro. Okay, second team. Do we have anybody, despite winning all the awards defensively? We do not. Well, I almost don't even like going over the All-Americans. Ishmael does make the freshman All-American team along with Tamario Toon, who I don't even know if he played really a single snap. Chad Brown played a little bit. Now let's go to the Big 12. Browning, Bueno, Campanero, Neighbors make that with Kilgo as well. Yeah. It sucks that the All-American thing is like this. Cantu makes the second team. Oh well. Let's look at the CFP bracket. So, your number 1 overall seed, Oregon. Your number 2 seed is Tulane. Number 3 seed is Rice. Number 4 seed is Florida. Your 5 seed is USC. 6 seed A&M. 7 is Georgia. 8 is Liberty. 9 is Temple. 10 is Vanderbilt. 9-3. The Commodores. 11 is Notre Dame. 12 is Michigan. So we are looking at either taking on the Georgia Bulldogs, which, if we're looking, obviously Georgia's my favorite team. I did a Dynasty with them because it was the first time the game was coming back. I put it on YouTube. I had a couple of comments here and there about it. But just kind of think it's funny that there's a chance that this series could potentially end with me playing Georgia. Or we may be taking on the Commodores. Let's see. I am going to take, because we're going to simulate and we're going to see who our opponent is. We're going to take Georgia, A&M, Temple, and I think Michigan. Let's see how accurate that ends up being as we get ready. Any episode from this point on could be the last one. We are going to be taking on the Georgia Bulldogs in the All-State Sugar Bowl. Number 2 versus number 7. You get to play the Heisman winner. Somehow they lost 3 games. I don't know how. And I know I just saw. So we did have Michigan win, so we got that right. Temple won, we got that right. Georgia won, we got that guess right. But it's Notre Dame that beats Texas A&M. Temple wins by 17. Georgia wins by a ton, 27. Notre Dame wins by 14. Temple wins by 17. And Michigan wins by 3. So only one of those 4 games was really a great one. And we get to take on the Georgia Bulldogs in this next one. But we'll preview that matchup, see how they got here, and all that at the end of the next episode. If you enjoy the content, like and subscribe. If you're checking out the channel now, you're still at this point. We're getting ready for College Football 26. Very excited to dive into that dynasty. The day that the game comes out, I believe early access is July 7th. I will have the first video will be up July 7th, and we'll get things rolling with that. So if you do enjoy the content, like and subscribe as we get ready. We get through with this series. We get ready to start that one. I also have an Atlanta Hawks franchise on NBA 2K25 on the channel, along with a Seattle Mariners franchise on MLB The Show 25 going as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, peace.